Hello everyone, we're going to talk today about a God who satisfies. Today we're going to talk about God as a God of satisfaction. And I know so many people, you just look around in life and there's so many people who have so much, but they're just not satisfied. And that place where people are constantly kind of wandering and searching and too much is not enough, or whatever that is a place of torment. That is really a curse, to be in a place where you're just never satisfied, right? And the Lord has a whole lot to say about that. Go ahead and go to Joel 2, 25 through 26. And this is in the place where, the enemies come in to steal, kill, and destroy. He's kind of had your lunch, right? And then he talks about, and I will restore or replace for you the years the locust has eaten, the hopping locust, the stripping locust, the crawling locust, my great army which I sent among you, and you shall eat in plenty and be satisfied, and praise the name of the Lord who has dealt wondrously with you. See, this whole concept of eating of the Lord and being satisfied is that place, it's that place of peace. It's that place where you actually feel full. And, if you're constantly being nagged that, there's something more and I'm missing out and I had this, but it's not enough. Maybe you had some great blessing happen to you, but you walk away feeling like, wow, was that all there was? And sometimes, a lot of times, that's just a little bit of a clue. And I'm not saying this is what's going on, but it's something to explore. And that is in the place of where there's an idol in our life. You see, an idol promises, 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 and you've got to have it, whatever. But then you never quite get it, right? You always feel cheated. You always feel, and so you need more. And that's kind of how addictions are born, right? So you get this promise of being full and satisfied and whatever, but then you have this haunting sense of like, is this all there is? Well, God never intended you to be haunted. He intended you to be spirit-filled. Basically, that he would haunt you in the best sense of the word. Isaiah 55:2 says, why spend money on what is not bread and your labor on what does not satisfy? Listen. Hello, ding, ding. Listen to me and eat what is good, and you will delight in the richest of fare. Okay, so, when you're laboring for something that does not satisfy, chances are you're either doing it apart from God or that thing's an idol to you. And very often the things that might be an idol are actually things that the Lord wants to give us, but he wants to be first. You see, when God is first, you're kind of pre-filled, okay? And so everything that comes in is kind of like a bonus, like an addition. So say you're in the place where you are like, wow, I really want to be married and that kind of thing, but where you make your future spouse an idol. Well, number one, that's not fair to them because they're not your source. But number two, if you do get married, you'll be really disillusioned. Why? Because they can't be God for you. But when you come in filled with God, and then you meet that amazing person who is imperfect and sometimes annoying and whatever that is, okay, has got their stuff, but they're still amazing, right? Well, you already came in filled. And so since God is your primary source, they're like a bonus. They're like frosting on the cake. And you're not set up for these expectations from people that are honestly not fair for them, right? But you come in a place where, wow, I'm so full and I've just got to share that. And now, wow, there's this whole expansion of the goodness of God in this person. And it's amazing, right? Psalm 103:5 says, one of those things, this is where it says, forget not all his benefits, who forgives all our iniquities, who heals all our diseases, who redeems us from destruction, who satisfies our mouth in verse 5 with good things, so your youth is renewed like the eagles. You see, when you're satisfied, even your youth is renewed, right? If you're constantly haunted, it feels like, wow, I'm losing my youth and I'm still trying to look for stuff, right? Let's see. Joel 2:19 says, the Lord replied to them, I am sending you grain, new wine, and olive oil. Boy, just think about all those, what those symbolize. Enough to satisfy you fully. Never again will I make you the object of scorn of the nations. He's about satisfying us fully. Isaiah 58:11 says, the Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose waters never fail. When you are hooked up in your relationship functionally, I'm not just talking about, once you're saved, you just really are saved. But the problem is you just may not know it, or you may not know what that really is. And so when you're not drawing from those resources, it may look like, wow, sun-scorched land, I never have enough. But the truth is, in Him, you have everything. And so pulling on that so that the Word can become flesh and you look like a well-watered garden. And it's really important too for those of you who are called to ministry, and which is pretty much everybody, but it just looks different, right? That you make sure that your garden is well-watered. Like you grow in your intimacy and your relationship with Him, and the areas where it seems broken down, maybe you need a little bit of help to get past that. I don't know what that is. I have a bunch of resources, so check out katherinetoon.com. But in that place, you know what? If you're not taking care of your own garden and allowing other people to sap your resources, you just become kind of weaker and weaker. And it's not a great testimony, because here you have this great God, but like, why would I want to serve Him if I'm looking sun-scorched and dry all the time? If you're looking unsatisfied when the world's unsatisfied. So it's part of our testimony too. This falls in the category of self-care. You really do need to take care of yourself. You really do need to take the time you need to get hooked up with God as your resource and God as your source, and just in that ongoing uninterrupted union with Him that is your birthright as a son and daughter of God. And I've got lots of resources to help you do that if that's an issue for you. So no condemnation in that, but kind of diagnostic. If you're not satisfied, well, you just need greater revelation of the one who totally satisfied and satisfies. Anyway, I hope that's helpful for you. Look forward to talking to you next time. You have an amazing day. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. And if you want more of this content, check out katherinetoon.com. We've got an e-course, books, and multiple free resources for you to enjoy. If you like the video, be sure to share with your friends and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.